August 2019 for Aries. What messages are there, Spirit, for Aries, greatest good and highest purpose for August? Thank you. Messages for Aries for August. Wow, Aries. So this is a beautiful continuation of what we saw last month, and with the Lionsgate reading, it is just everything coming up roses for you. You know, and if you're not feeling this now, you very soon will. The Ten of Cups, I mean, you can see how joyful and celebratory that is, and it's, you know, family, and it's feeling surrounded and joyful, surrounded by love and joy, and oh, that's so nice to see for Aries after such a long journey toward it. Yeah, and it's all about you coming into your awareness of what's right for you. It's not, you know, you looking to anyone else to hand you what you should have. It's not you kind of hoping that, you know, someone else will, you know, get it. Because, you know, Aries, for a while, you would kind of, you know, allow others to take advantage, and you were putting them first, you know, in a way that was not healthy for you. And now you're very clear about what you need, what's right for you, and that is beautiful to see. And you're just, you know, you're being gentle. You know, she's not harsh in this deck. She's just very clear, this Queen of Swords, about what's right for her, and there's really no more confusion. You know, it's a lot of clarity. That's beautiful to see for you, Aries. That's really lovely. Okay, so this Five of Pentacles, we're going to feel into this because with all this beautiful energy, I'm not really clear on who this Five of Pentacles is. Five of Pentacles is the sense of being, you know, left out in the cold. This could be that this month in August you're needing to leave someone behind that doesn't resonate with you anymore, or that just doesn't get these new boundaries, you know, and isn't respecting them. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, you're having to leave behind, you know, the ones that were only giving you scraps. You know, it's like this person kind of chasing you is like, wait, I'll give you more, but as you can see, they don't have more to give, you know, and you can't give what you don't have. You can't give what you're not already giving yourself. And because this person that you've been connected to is not loving to themselves, is not, you know, abundant within themselves, they can't give you the love that you certainly are worthy of and deserve and know that you are, because you're the Empress now. Whether you're male or female, you're this beautiful, receptive, fertile, wonderful, abundant vessel of the divine. And, you know, Spirit is creating something beautiful through you now. That's what's happening. So you know, Queen of Swords, Aries, and I've got all the spirituals with this, that you know now that you're the Empress and you are receiving this beautiful life. And so you're no longer willing, with that Queen of Swords, you're no longer willing to tolerate scraps. You're just not. You're just not. And so you're going to be receiving. Yep. And, you know, yes, this may mean you're leaving something, someone behind, but it is for your greatest good, highest purpose. And, you know, anytime something's for your greatest good and highest purpose, it is for the greatest good and highest purpose of everyone involved. So it's important to remember that, you know, it's not just like, oh, this is for me and never mind them. No, they're going to benefit too. It just may not look like it, you know, but the divine's got everybody covered. So you just focus on being that Queen of Swords and Empress for you, whether you're male or female. Just focus on being that Queen of Swords, Empress, fertile and clear, tolerating no BS energy. You know, you just focus on that, because the divine is taking care of that Ten of Cups. Okay, there's a little resistance in your energy, Aries, because I know it's difficult for you to, you know, to do that, to put yourself first truly, and to just sort of let others flounder. It's very difficult for you to let others, you know, to release others to their journey. But it is going to be crucial right now that you do that. And that's what you're being guided to do, okay? And you're on the right track, so don't turn back now, okay? This is for Aries, please. Thank you. Wow. Aries, this message there's a lot of resistance. What is this? Okay. Whatever this is, there's a lot of resistance. Nah, wow. It's because you are victorious, and Aries, it's difficult for you to really accept that, to believe that this is your time to, claim those laurels and say, yeah, this is for me. This is my time. Aries, as fiery as you are and as determined and, all of those things as you are much more comfortable in a way putting others before yourself. And it is time for you to claim, you're comfortable as the underdog, I would say, but it's 555 on the counter just now, and it's showing that it's time for that to change. It's really time for that to change. That's no longer your role. You're leaving that behind, Aries, and it's beautiful. It may not be comfortable at first, but in August, man, you are coming into your glory, okay? So please work within yourself any resistance to that so that you don't accidentally sabotage yourself, because that would be, that would be awful. To have all this beautiful stuff coming to you and you're sabotaging yourself. Look, everything you're doing, see, turn that around, okay? Turn that point of view around, that thing about it being difficult to receive that victory. Because this is your time and you're going to be inspiring others. So, you know what? That's a beautiful twist Spirit just did. Because as I said, Aries thinks of others. You are altruistic. If I could say it, altruistic, okay? And so by putting yourself first, you actually are helping others. By receiving this victory, you actually are helping others by inspiring them. Because when you're showing them, look at this amazing 10 of Cups that I'm receiving, because I'm clear about my boundaries, because I'm clear about, what I should be receiving, and because I'm loving myself. Others can look at you and see you as an example and then better themselves, and then love themselves. And that Five of Cups, there you go, Five of Cups, that mournful, sad energy can go. And that Five of Pentacles person that feels like, I don't have anything, they can get for themselves. They can align with the divine and receive themselves by watching you learning, okay? Right, Aries. So August is going to be the month for others to watch and learn from you in your receiving of what you're receiving divinely this month, okay? Beautiful. Oh, I'm happy for you. I'm happy with you. I'm happy along with you. And please let me know how that resonates, okay? It's another 5 for change. And there is a lot of change happening this month, Aries, for you. And for everyone, really. But for you, this change may cause some worries. These mice represent worries, represent little, just little anxieties. And just every time you feel this creeping in, because of all these changes, every time you feel nervous or you may have self-doubt, don't let this steal all the abundance that's being brought to you. See the divine wisdom represented by the apples here, and those mice are nibbling away at them. Don't allow those worries to steal your divine knowing. Don't allow them to overshadow your divine knowing. The 7 represents that divine knowing. Follow that. Follow your intuition. Follow your inner guidance, because you're going to be receiving so much that's beautiful for you, Aries, and you're going to be inspiring others to do the same. So I love that. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So lovely for Aries. Next we will see what's happening with Taurus. All right, Taurus for August 2019. Let's see what messages Spirit has for the greatest good, highest purpose of Taurus. Thank you. For Taurus, thank you. Justice. Things this month in August are balancing out, and they are finding their equilibrium. You think about a level that's used to measure when something is straight and when something is balanced, and that's what's happening now. That bubble has been going back and forth and back and forth, and now is the time when things are going to be coming into balance. Things are going to be settled, okay? Or at least begin to be settled. It's going to be important for you to stay calm, see how this, figure is staying calm, and to trust that as things are being settled, they are being brought into fairness and justice and balance. This, I'm being shown, is going to be happening to different degrees with different Tauri this month, okay? So for some of you, this may be big shifts, big things being handled. For some, this may be little balancing out in your life. But this is, important for you this month, because you're being moved into long-term abundance, long-term solidity, long-term, what's the word, Spirit? Comfort, really. So it's short-term discomfort for long-term comfort is what I'm being shown. Because there are areas of your life, Taurus, that need to be shifted into balance so that you can enjoy this. Because if you were to continue down the current road or the past road, you would sort of not end up here. You would end up in a place that was much more bare bones. This is everything you could possibly need. Okay, so whether this has to do with money directly or with, stability in your life. And Taurus, I know stability is important to you. You're being moved into greater stability, but it is going to feel a bit wobbly until it doesn't, okay? So just kind of, really gonna be kind of challenging as far as getting into that state of feeling that everything's gonna be okay, which it is, okay? But before you feel this Ten of Pentacles of everything's gonna be okay in the long term, in the long haul, you will be activated a little bit this month, or a lot. I mean, the Spirits doesn't bring out the Devil card when it's a little bit. So that's me trying to mitigate it. You will be agitated, in this state of being triggered by what needs to change and shift for things to be righted, okay? For things to be righted. So what's important to remember when you are triggered in your ego, which is what this card represents, the Devil represents the mind and the ego. Only that. No real power. Just the mind and the ego and the fear, okay? The fear. That's the only power that the Devil has, the fear. When you feel that, shift over as much as you can into faith that things are being divinely brought into justice that will serve you in the long term very abundantly. You'll have everything you need. Don't worry, okay? You're just being moved away from the things that are painful. You're being moved away from the things that are not working, the things that are, that's troubled waters, And like we said earlier, if you were to continue to stay in these troubled waters, you definitely would not be moving into this beautiful Ten of Pentacles. But the Divine is using justice to move you into these calmer waters, these more peaceful waters, okay? To usher you into that so you can enjoy this Ten of Pentacles, okay? Stability. So when that Devil energy is triggered this month, please try to relax into as much as you can that knowing. That's what I hope this message does for you, okay? I'm going to switch decks for Taurus now and see what comes out of the Energy Oracle for Taurus. Thank you. Woo! What comes out? That's a few too many. Okay. Thank you for Taurus. Okay. It is soul-directed movement forward. It is following what your soul is telling you over what your mind is telling you. Your mind is that devil energy. It's going to be, reacting and working out of that fear. It's going to be afraid and timid to follow. But your soul knows the way. Spirit knows the way. And it's important that you move forward this month as that justice, happens, that you move forward. And your mind will follow when you are, staying in this strong, spirit-focused energy, which is very, very crucial for you this month, Taurus, okay? All right, so this is for Taurus. Thank you. Death is an illusion. You are definitely releasing and leaving behind the old with this justice. And you are moving out of troubled waters, Taurus, in August. And the illusion part is that the illusion is that your life is over. No, your life is not over. You're being moved into a more, that life is over, but you're being moved into a much more abundant and more, sustainable, long-term joy and abundance. So going with it, flowing with it is going to be your best course of action, although I know that's difficult for you, Taurus, and you don't enjoy change, but, please trust. It's going to be in your greatest good and highest purpose, okay? This, the clouds. The clouds are obscuring the sun, okay? So again, this is saying you may not be able to see the sun right now at times. Sometimes you will, You'll see glimpses. You'll see glimpses this month. You'll be like, okay, I see that everything's going to be okay. But there are going to be cloudy times this month where, you're like, I can't see the light right now. I can't see the clarity right now. You still trust when that happens with the clouds that the sun is still there. So it's going to be important for you to do that now, to trust that the sun is still there, that your guidance is still there, that you have not been abandoned, that you're not being led off track, and that you are going to be supported, okay, in what you're moving through and what you're going through. And it is moving you ultimately to a better place, even though you would, you would kind of stay where you are, right? But the divine wants more for you is the message of this reading. The divine wants more for you, so please try to flow with that as much as possible as the guidance. So I hope you'll let me know how that resonates. And next is Gemini. Gemini for August 2019. Lovely Gemini. Let's see what your messages are from Spirit. August 2019 for Gemini. Thank you. Success. You are victorious. Aries had a message like this too. Gemini, you are victorious. You are held up. Let me see what else Spirit is saying about this in August. Okay. So as you're deciding, you're trying to make a decision this month, just know that if you're taking a risk, if you're feeling that you're taking a risk, by following your soul's direction, you are supported in that, Gemini. You are supported in that because the wands are about spirit. So if your mind is going, should we follow, spirit? Should we follow what our soul is telling us, or, should we be logical? Should we, is that just crazy? Well, Spirit with the Six of Wands is saying, absolutely do. You are being supported in victory, okay? Don't let your mind convince you otherwise, but yes, it is going to cause changes in August, okay? This is really going hand in hand with that Lionsgate energy that is moving us through significant, quantum leaps in our realities. So many changes are happening in your physical reality this month, Gemini, but you are victorious. It's going to be important to remember that everything is happening for your good and lifting you to that higher place. So as you're deciding, and this deciding is moment to moment, how am I going to think in this moment? How am I going to speak in this moment? How am I going to act in this moment? When it is spirit aligned, when it is in that new direction that, yes, does bring change into your life. Physical change, absolutely. some which feels abrupt and scary. But you're being supported by Spirit. Spirit will not let you fall, let you fail, let you falter, is what I'm getting. Okay, Gemini? So this month, just like we had in the opening message, it will be very key for you to connect with others with whom you resonate on a soul level. Celebrate with them, enjoy, and really allow that interaction to lift your vibe, to lift your frequency, raise your frequency so that you can, continue to move forward. Because you don't want to vibrate with this, with the people who are scared and who are, kind of panicking because changes are happening. That's not where you want to go. You want to vibrate with this calm, spirit confident joy. Okay? Because there's going to be choices and chances to vibrate with both of those energies, either or. And hopefully, Gemini, you will choose the path of joy, because what makes you feel good, what just feels better and more loving to you is going to lead the way. Okay. Your mind is really going to be, kind of rigid this month, Gemini. You may be wrestling with a lot of things that just don't make sense to your logical mind. And what you may find is that other people in your environment are going to reflect this attitude of, what are you doing? What you're doing doesn't make sense to me. Let me give you a million reasons and debate you on why you're wrong. But, that again is that panicky energy. That again is that, energy of the ego, of fear. This is what you're going to vibrate with this month, Gemini. This is what you're being guided to focus your energy on: joy and success, victory, calm and confident. Calm and confident in the midst of panic is your message, okay? Calm and confident with the divine. All right. Beautiful. And when I say panic, that's, energetic panic, not necessarily something physical, but just energetic. People, you can feel it in the energy, people kind of freaking out around you. You're going to choose otherwise. Okay, Gemini? Ooh, nice. This is for you. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So Spirit just really hammered that home. You are going to have circumstances, or already are experiencing circumstances and people in your physical environment, or possibly just, like we said, energetically, but I am getting this to be real life people, actually. Not really real life fighting you, but just giving you, friction, okay? So it is very crucial this month, Gemini, that you remember that the divine has your back. Do not reflect this back to anybody who's trying to engage with you. You don't have to engage with this. You don't have to engage with this. You can just walk away, knowing that the divine has you, okay? Just let them freak out. Let them be hostile. That's not yours, okay? Thank you. For Gemini, you're being lifted up. And it is important, Gemini, this month that you really recognize what your role is or has been in any of this friction, okay? It's important for you to no longer engage and to recognize why it is that you were engaging in the first place. What was this guy reflecting to you? Within you? What shadows, what fears, what blocks? Because it's time for you. Your power in this situation is not in fighting that other person. It's in allowing that mirror to be shown on you and what you can shift within yourself. When you shift that within yourself and clear those blocks and those fears, that's where you can feel your power. And that makes all the difference, okay, in those situations. That's why you got that Two of Swords. It's about making the decision in every interaction to take the high road, to recognize what is being shown within you. Okay. The birds. So Gemini, I gotta tell you, this month there's a lot of just chatter around you. There's a lot of, people talking and people, possibly getting up in your face, and people just really, if not giving you a hard time, at least just buzzing in your ear, So just again, the message is rise above. This has a 7 on it, which is, focus on your divine guidance, not what people are saying. And just don't engage. Just fly up above it. Okay? Fly up above it this month. Because you are victorious. Don't forget it. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that for Gemini. Okay. So next is going to be Cancer. For August 2019, messages for Cancer. What would you like Cancer to know? For the greatest good, highest purpose of Cancer. Thank you. Okay. Oh, nice. So, couple signs so far, and we got this for the collective. 3 of Cups. This is celebration. This is connecting with those who resonate with you on a soul level. So this month is going to be full, Cancer, of opportunities for you to connect with others in person, to celebrate spirit, to celebrate, wow, just the spirit, the spiritual abundance, if that makes sense, that you're going to be feeling together. Meaning, life can be challenging, and there are all these, 3D physical world things happening. But look, we have been connected. We have been divinely connected to, lift each other up, to, serve together, to light the way together. Okay? And I'm feeling a little bit of hesitance hesitation speaking. So this Cancer is going to be an important time for you to reach out, to speak up, to say, hey, I want to get together. Hey, let's connect, and don't wait for that to happen. Okay, nice. Now I just said wait for that to happen right as the Wheel of Fortune came out. So there is something pivotal, and I am getting this card to be connected to that Lionsgate energy with these August readings. So there's something very pivotal happening this first half of August for you, especially Cancer. Some alignments, some connections, possibly some, events. If you're getting together with people around the middle of the month, the 8th or the 12th, or shortly thereafter, that's going to be really key. Let's see what else is happening for Cancer. It's going to be really key, and really, really key. You're going to receive some huge inspiration, some big spirit inspiration from this. Okay, so get together with those people with whom you resonate, with those people who lift you up in vibration, and do that as much as possible. And definitely, when you're feeling like, if there are dates planned, if there are things, but do it. Like, don't back out, because you're going to receive so much inspiration from this. Okay. And the Star. Wow. I would like to ask Spirit for clarification for this Ace of Wands, because I'm getting a little bit of romantic energy around this, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, 8 of Cups came out. I'm going to put back up too many there. 8 of Cups is about moving away from what's not fulfilling, moving away from what's painful. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so I'm not necessarily getting this to be romantic, although since it came out, it could be that some of you are having something very passionate happen within these interactions, something very kind of, super passionate time. So, the Star, okay, I'm feeling into this. Star, Page of Pentacles with this Ace of Wands. Well, okay, so what this is saying is, Cancer, August is going to be a time where you're taking some, maybe feeling tentative, but some first steps. Someone's bringing you something, though. Yeah, you know what? I am feeling that for many of you, this does have to do with a passionate new relationship, a romantic one. And it's funny because I had so much timid and tentative energy around this. That's why. Because the Page of Pentacles is not confident, is not sure. It's very new. And Pentacles are the earthly. So this is showing a passionate connection that is in its beginning stages in your physical life. So I'm seeing many of you Cancers coming into a very soul-connected, very passionate relationship in the physical through all these, connections, interactions, and something destined happening. And it is feeling very new, very unsure. But this is what you have aligned with, what you have been healing toward, what you've been manifesting. Okay, with this being your wishes and your dreams and your hopes, and this is what you've been healing toward. This is what you've been wanting. So Cancer, when you're feeling that hesitant, unsure energy this month of the Page of Pentacles, as you take these first steps into whatever. Now, for many of you, this is going to be romance and passion. For some of you, this is going to be about, starting your own business, something where it's a passion project. Your soul work coming into the physical in a significant way this month, and it's new. Okay. This is you starting something new with your soul business, your soul-centered business, your soul-centered work. Is that Pentacles is about that, those first steps. Like they're showing me that first dollar that you get framed. So for some of you, it's passionate romance. For some of you, it has to do with work, soul work more, and abundance from that soul work. But and I'm just sort of getting like lost in all the layers with Cancer. But regardless of what form that's in, just know that in August, significantly these dreams are coming true that you have been manifesting. There's something very significant, particularly having to do with these soul-centered, joyful connections and get-togethers. Okay. Wow, that was kind of all over the place. Let's see what else is coming out for Cancer. Thank you for Cancer. Okay. It is nice. This is you coming into your own and really feeling solid within yourself, feeling confident, maybe for the first time, because feeling really, really confident in your physical life. It's sort of this Queen of Pentacles type energy. And, together with that Page of Pentacles, I do feel Cancer like something significant has really taken root in your physical life that is very soul aligned. That in August is just going to be growing, and you're going to be feeling more and more confident about it. Growing in that confidence. Confidence because you've been divinely led into this. Okay, beautiful. You've been divinely led. So trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust your guidance. Okay. I'm trying to see if there was any guidance in your spread that seemed like you. No, all the guidance was fairly confident. Except for that energy of tentative hesitation I got. So, this is just Spirit saying continue to trust that intuition. If you are feeling kind of tentative, if you are feeling unsure in these new things that are taking root in your physical life, that are your passion, whether a relationship or a business or both, or soul work, all of the above, just have that confidence that you are being and have been guided here. Okay. For Cancer. Wow, okay, so Taurus got this too. The clouds. The clouds obscure the sun. at times. So this is why your reading has had a real kind of confident, tentative seesaw energy. You know, the cards are confident, the energy's tentative, and these clouds show why. Because the sun is your confidence, you know, your intuition, what's leading you. And the clouds, you know, can come and obscure that from time to time, and, you know, on a cloudy day quite frequently. And that's what's been happening. You know that sun is there, that guidance is there, but the clouds come in and you just get kind of nervous, kind of tentative. Okay, so your guidance with that is to remember the sun is always there, your guidance is always there. That's why you got the star. You know, that guidance, that compass of your soul is always there. So in whatever way you can most easily get back there, you're going to need to do that throughout August, whether it's, you know, reading what you wrote down as far as what you were manifesting, or connecting with those people who really remind you of who you are, what you're doing, you know, what's important to you. It's going to be important because you are shifting into a new level of confidence for sure, Cancer. So receive and ask for support in that as much as possible this month, okay? Beautiful. Next is Leo. Leo, August 2019. Happy birthday to some of the Leos. Okay. August Leos. And Lionsgate, so much lion energy. Messages for Leo, thank you. The Hanged Man, okay. So August is a time when the divine is trying to show you something in a different light. And to show you something significant in your life in a different light, the divine will have to turn you upside down a little bit. And not in a bad, chaotic way. This is not chaotic. He's kind of chilling, and it's not bad, okay? He's staying calm. He's, you know, maybe kind of enjoying it. It looks a little bit like it feels nice in this deck. So it is about giving into that. I did not mean to put that back, but I did. So synchronistically, that means, Leo, that you really don't want to pause. You really aren't going to want this month to, you may kind of, you know, feel yourself resisting that divine pause button. So it is important, you know, to release into it as much as you can, to allow it to benefit you as much as you can. And we'll see what other messages are coming out from Leo, because it is for your greatest good and highest purpose when you are, because there's a significant cycle that is ending. And in order for that to end with this Lionsgate energy, with this shift that's happening right now, it's very important, you know, that you allow the divine to, you know, without struggling so much. It's going to help you. I mean, the divines can do it one way or another. But if you don't struggle so much, it'll make this ending of the cycle easier. Because I am getting that energy of, you know, the divine wants to give you ease with that. That's why they showed that Hangman is just kind of, you know, almost comfortable. So if you will just recognize this month, oh, this is where the divine is making it, so I can't really do anything about the situation, but it's so that the cycle can end, okay? And it's so that you can be moved into a place where you feel in your life more, you feel more appreciated, you feel more cherished, you feel more seen, you feel more solid within yourself and your sort of place in your life. Because what's been happening is there is struggle. There is some kind of energetic tug of war around in your life, around who you are, what your role is. You know, what is my role? And you just feel this kind of discomfort and this kind of, everything feels like, you know, not discord, but just, it doesn't feel easy, right? It hasn't felt easy. And the divine is trying to bring you ease. See how like easy and victorious this figure is in the World card. And that Hanged Man, you know, had an easy, victorious energy. And that's what the divine is trying to give you, so that you can feel more ease and more solidity and more what's the word? Confidence in what you have in your life. You know, right, for a while it's just felt like you've kind of had to scrap, you know, had to tussle with those perceptions of who you are, whether they're yours or somebody else's, and who you're going to be and what you're going to do. And that cycle is ending, okay? And you are victorious, yeah. I mean, this is a victory card. This is victory, success. So just know, Leo, that that hanged man time of being scooped up by the divine, you know, held up by your ankles and not able to really do what you may feel like you need to do or should be doing this month, is so that you can come into a deeper sense of being appreciated and known for who you really are, for what your value really is. Because for a while you've been having to kind of tussle to assert that or to feel that. And you're going to come into much more ease, is what I'm getting, Leo. It's going to be a time for you of shifting into much more ease within yourself and with others, and just in your life in general, okay? But you do need to be in that allowing energy. Okay. Yeah, this is, yeah. Shifting perspective. Again, wow. I don't even, that's wild. When it came out, I saw it right side up. Then I saw it upside down. This month is all about shifting perspectives for you, Leo. So whether you're a woman or a man does not matter, because this is just an energy. But this is about shifting into, this is a lot like that Queen of Pentacles too. Shifting into a deeper sense of confidence in your life, a deeper sense of knowing. Also a deeper sense of feeling understood. This is a really nice shift. But again, it's about the divine shifting your perception. Shifting your perception about who you thought you were, about who others thought you were. Everything just shifting this month. And it's all about perception. Because that Hanged Man is just all about that flipped perception. Nothing else really changes except that way of looking and feeling about you and your life. Okay? And of course, everything changes. Death is, that complete transformation. So for you, Leo, August is, with these Lion's Gate transformative energies, about transformation. But it is a quiet transformation. And you see the butterfly here as well. It is a quiet metamorphosis. So it may feel very inward. And this is, the illusion is that, you're transforming, but someone may not be able to look and see how you're transforming, but everything will feel different. Everything will feel different this month because you are completely releasing your perceptions of who you are. You're going to come into this month, Leo, a much stronger sense of your value, of yourself. It's going to feel very good and very calm, very confident. It makes me really, really happy for you in a deep way. Because for a while, you've kind of been buffeted by the waves, and you're going to come into this calm sense. Nice. It is a death and a rebirth. That's what this card signifies. Death and rebirth with the lilies. Death and rebirth, but in a very peaceful way. Okay? Peaceful. This is not, the throes of pain or anything. This is a peaceful transformation. The Hanged Man. God is doing everything. The divine is doing everything. And you're observing. You're observing yourself transforming. It's very calm, very beautiful. Yeah. I'm loving that for Leo. Thank you. Virgo, time for messages for Virgos. Greatest good and highest purpose. Thank you. The Lovers. The Chariot. Okay, something moving forward swiftly, having to do with romantic relationship. Coming out of I'm getting stalemate. Coming out of some kind of stalemate when it comes to your romantic relationship. Whoa. Coming out of, well, we just had the Five of Pentacles, which is the card of feeling left out in the cold. So someone has been feeling left out in the cold emotionally, and the Chariot is changing that swiftly for Virgo. Let's see. That is changing swiftly. Yes. Now you can move into harmony. Ah, lovely. This is like, they're showing me like a movie where, you know, there's the couple and, you know, it's like, well, is it going to work out? And then like something happens and then it does work out. So Virgo, you're going to have like your own rom-com, maybe without the calm. I don't know how calm it feels when it's like our own lives. It's not very funny. But, okay. The key, Virgo, is that you're going to be speaking, and you know, this High Priestess does not speak, but you have not been speaking, okay, your truth. You have been just handling things the way a Virgo do, right? So you're going to be speaking your truth this month, and you're going to be rewarded, okay? So you may not know it, but, you know, in your relationship, this partner actually knows very little about how you really feel, because you're the High Priestess. Because Virgo, you know, it's a Virgo point of pride to, and very admirably so, you know, to just handle stuff, to not show those feelings, or to not complain, I guess, you know, to just do everything. And that's lovely. It can be lovely. It can seem lovely on the outside, but not very loving to yourself. And it certainly doesn't allow that partner to love the full you, right? So when you speak your truth this month, it's going to move everything forward so that you can then enjoy this depth of love and this depth of joy that you did not even know was possible. Because when you do allow yourself to be vulnerable, you know, and not be so impermeable, when you allow your weaknesses to be seen and don't even think of them as weaknesses, you know, I just said weaknesses because the Virgo mind says that, but it's really your vulnerable places, you know, the places that you could love yourself more fully, the seeming imperfections, which I know is kind of a difficult thing for Virgo, because, you know, you do love perfection and, you know, love to try to be that as much as possible. And like I said, very admirably so, because you do that without complaint. But this is the month for you to come into being able to enjoy, really enjoy, not just do and make everything great for everybody else, but really enjoy for yourself. And particularly having to do, Virgo, with your main romantic relationship, okay? So, but remember that romantic relationship is always only a reflection of what we're giving ourselves, you know, of the love you're giving yourself. So when you're loving yourself more deeply, and you're loving all of those places that maybe, you know, you do need a little more than you might be comfortable with needing as a Virgo. When you move into that vulnerability with yourself and allowing all of those different parts of you, then your partner can love you more fully as well. And with that Ace of Cups, that's just going to feel wonderful. Okay, now I'm doing a tricky little maneuver to pick up the cards. I just used my foot, and then I like bent in an awkward way to get them. So that tells me synchronistically that Virgo this month, you're going to be feeling like that's going to feel awkward. That's going to feel not normal for you. And that's understandable because you are the High Priestess. It may not feel comfortable, but and I'm all uncomfortable and itchy for a second. It may not feel uncomfortable. It may feel like, but just remember, keep your eye on the prize, on the Ace of Cups and that 10 of Cups. All that joy, all of that depth, new depths being reached in your relationship with yourself and your partner. Beautiful, because you're walking away from what's not loving to you. This figure is in pink, which is the color of unconditional love, with this rose quartz. And it's time for you to walk away from anything that is not loving for you, to you, because what's most loving to you is automatically what's most loving to that partner and that family and everyone around you. So it's time to walk away from things that are not nourishing to you and are not kind to you. Okay? Stop taking on the pain. Stop taking on the burden. I know for Virgo, it may feel like, well, everyone's watching. Everyone expects me to be that strong, stoic one who gets things done. Everyone expects. They look at me. They look to me. They need me. Okay? And that has been true. You are the High Priestess. You do have a capacity to know things that other people don't necessarily know, and to understand things in a way that other people don't understand. That's why you are infamous for coming in and saying, I'll handle that, I'll do that, right? Because you do know things. You do know. Nobody's questioning that. It's just time for you to go easier on yourself, because, it's not fair to you for you to require that of you all the time. So yes, people look to you. But now, it's time for you to be able to look to someone else, to look to your partner, to look to those around you in a place of vulnerability and imperfection, okay? That's what August is about for you, and that will move you into more depth of receiving. Your cup runneth over. It's going to move you into more depth of feeling joy, love, okay? For Virgo, thank you. That was profound and beautiful. Accept the struggles as lessons. So, in order to get you, High Priestess, Virgo, to a place where you are willing and able to sort of let those walls be broken down. Yes, the divine has had to give you struggles. Yes, the divine has had to show you, hey Virgo, you don't need to handle everything. It's not good for you to handle everything. And how else would the divine show you that than to throw you a whole bunch of stuff that's difficult to handle? It's like you're a really good juggler, really great juggler, amazing juggler, sorry, I know, amazing. And the divine throw you more balls, right? Some on fire, like, okay, handle this now, because yes, the divine did want you to drop everything, did want you to go, oh, I can't take it anymore, so you could see that you deserve support, you deserve love, you deserve a break, right? Okay? Yes, you do. You deserve. Okay? You deserve. You're worthy, Virgo. So now, it's time. Now, part of the reason that the divine wanted you to come into this place of awareness of what's right for you is so that you could see where you're going. You could see where the divine's taking you. You could follow that compass. The divine is trying to point you toward a deeper love and toward a deeper purpose. And, has stripped away these illusions of, perfection and constant capability in order for you to see this, so you can move in that beautiful direction of your soul and feel more fulfilled than you ever could. Just sort of making things happen and handling things, even though you're quite capable. So, beautiful message for Virgo for August. Thank you, Spirit. I hope you'll let me know how that resonates. Thank you. And next is Libra. Let's see what's happening with Libra for August 2019. Libra. Thank you. August 2019. It's strength. You're going to be, now this really does go with that Lionsgate energy with the lion, and you'll need strength, Libra, to divine strength. You know, it's not strength from you, it's strength from the divine. Keep that in mind. Because, you know, Libras can be like, oh, I don't have that much strength, but it's not coming from you. Don't worry. It's the divine giving you strength to make it through these profound shifts that are happening in your spirit and in being reflected in your physical reality at a very rapid rate this month. Okay? They just allowed me to speak at a very rapid rate, clearly, to demonstrate that. So things are going to happen quickly for you, Libra, and you're being given the strength. You need to handle it all, okay? Keep that in mind. You're being given the strength to wrestle any lion you need to tame, okay? You're being given the strength to deal with the mourning, the loss, the sadness that you may feel. This does not necessarily have to be current things causing this. This can be from the past. This can be you feeling a depth of pain from things that have already been done. See, these cups are spilled. This is an energy of, you know, mourning, crying over what has been spilled, what has been lost, what is gone. But it's important that you turn around to see the two cups that are still standing. The gifts that the divine has given you that are there, right there, that you may not be looking at because of the sadness. So it's important to turn around and look at those this month while feeling, yes, you do need to feel this sadness, because we talked about in the Lionsgate reading how, Libra, it is important that you feel these things. We cannot just, you know, fly above the feelings. Not always, right? Shifts are happening. These are, you know, this is a month of dramatic change in your physical life. This dramatic change is a result of the dramatic changes that have happened within you already. You've already transformed within. You've already transformed energetically. That's why these losses and this stuff you've had to let go has happened, because you've changed so dramatically, and the divine has given you strength to do that. Now it's time, Libra, for you to move through and be moved through divinely the dramatic shifts that are happening in your physical world to reflect those inner shifts. And they are good. They are good. They are good, because you're in a place of alignment and higher awareness, and you're moving away from the bad. So they are good, they are good, they are good. You're moving away from the bad. You're moving away from the unfulfilling. You're moving away from what was lost. This is moving out of sadness. This is what's happening. Yes, you had to feel the sadness. Yes, you need the strength, but you're being moved out of the sadness by this tower. So the tower may feel jarring this month, but it's moving you out of what was making you sad. Moving you out of what was making you sad, away from what was making you sad, into new territory, new, exciting, unknown territory, okay? Which you are being given the strength to navigate. Beautiful, Libra. And Judgment. This is, I would say, an intense month for Libra. One of the most intense readings of the signs so far. Judgment does, you know, it's similar to this tower because it is the divine coming in and saying, all right, reckoning time, okay? Not reckoning like you've done wrong, but reckoning like things need to be made as they are intended to be. You know, the divine, Libra, does not intend you to be sad and mournful in this next phase of your life. But in order to give you that, through the divine who strengthens you, you need to be moved into these changes. And look, God's doing it. The divine's doing it. You're not doing anything except allowing yourself to be moved out of this old and receiving the new. Receiving the new. This whole spread is about you allowing yourself to be moved out of pain and into what's exciting and new. Okay? Out with the old, in with the new. And this is not showing, Libra, you deciding or doing anything except going with what God is doing for you, receiving it, rising from the dead to live, okay, this new life. Beautiful. Love that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, this is for Libra. Libra for August 2019. Thank you. No. Thank you. A little bit of resistant energy from Libra here. This is maybe, you know, it may be a time when you're going, wow, I want to go with this, but it is a lot, it is intense. So just any resistance, you're just going to feel into that and flow. Feel into it, flow. Catch it quickly, just like we just did together, okay? Because this is the divine plan. This is for your greatest good, and you're being used. You're being used powerfully by the divine to write, you know, to create what the divine is trying to create through you. The story, the creation, the, you know, masterpiece that the divine is creating through you. So just know God does have this strategy, this plan. The divine is leading you. This is the plan. Just like that judgment card. Just going to show you that again. So this is the plan, you know. It may feel difficult, but it is for your greatest good and the greatest good of everyone involved. And it is being handled divinely. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, Libra. Live your bliss. It's all to move you into happiness. It's all to move you into this more joyful life that the divine does want for you and that you've been aligning with and manifesting in your heart. You know, those Five of Cups and that Eight of Cups, that certainly wasn't bliss. That was pain, that was sadness. It's time for this. Live your bliss, okay? Beautiful. Thank you. Libra. Nice. Oh, Spirit is amazing. So whenever there's a rough reading like that, Spirit always seems to give comfort. And this is synchronicity, serendipity, luck, you know, things happening for you to support you, leading you into this joy. So while this is going to be a month of many changes and God leading you through a lot of shifts in your physical life and in your heart, you're going to be given the synchronicity, the luck, the support, the serendipity that you need. That magic to give you, you know, what you need, that hope, that strength to go through those changes. Beautiful. Love that. Thank you. Okay. And so deep breath. Let's clear our energy for Scorpio. And this is for Scorpio for August 2019. Thank you. Scorpio. You have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Cups. Whoa. Okay. Gonna need to get myself back together. So Scorpio, this is a time when you're going to feel like you need to get yourself together, okay? And in August, you know, this is the card of sort of getting stuff together, getting focused on where you want to go, who you want to be. You know, this is looking into broader horizons. This is going like, all right, I'm kind of done with this tiny little world. I'm familiar with it. You know, I know what this was. Now I'm ready to get it together and move forward into where I want to go. I've been sort of dreaming of it for a long time. I'm ready to go there. I'm finally ready to move away from the painful past, the unfulfillment, the sadness. I'm ready to go. It's like I've wallowed in it long enough. Time to get myself together and go. And Scorpio Libra also had this 8 of Cups. And it is. It's time to go. It's time to move. It's time, it's time, it's time. Because this is what's waiting for you. And you don't want this waiting, because it's a lot of good stuff. 6 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands. That is you receiving. You're receiving what you're intended to receive, whereas you, with all that, sadness, those 8 cups, you've been always feeling like you're giving, never feeling like you're receiving. Now it's time for you to receive. So as you move away from what makes you sad, you're going to be receiving sustenance, what you need, because this may be some situation that has sustained you in that small world before. That painfulness may have sustained you in that tiny little world, but now you're moving into a more harmonious life, a more joyful life, a more soul-aligned life. And in order to do that, you need to move away from whatever was sustaining you that was sad and move into what's going to sustain you that is right for you. And it's going to feel very different because those cups, that was something you were doing from those 8 cups, that sadness, that was something you were doing from a wounded place, from a place of, needing your heart to heal. And now these pentacles are very real. This is very real world. And it's moving into, they're sort of showing me like that transition that a young person might have to make, where the young person has been supported and lived in a pretty luxurious way, supported by the family. And now that young person is moving out on their own in the real world and needs to learn to live on less, but can have the pride and the confidence of knowing that they're supporting themselves, right? So you're giving up something that has been, sort of a crutch or an enabling of some type, and moving into something you can really be proud of. But yeah, it's going to feel different than that old way. Okay, so that may take some getting used to this month. And you have the 9 of Wands, which is the wounded warrior. So, you're going to feel a little bit battered and bruised because it is, I'm getting just kind of an abrupt transition into, quote, the real world. But you are receiving what you need in that real world. And it is that 2 of Wands expanding into those new horizons, getting out of that smaller, yes, maybe more comfortable, but confining old world, old life. Okay? This is for Scorpio. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, yeah, you're definitely coming into your own, Scorpio. My goodness, that's clear. So whether you're a female or not, this is about you coming into your own. The feminine energy here representing that vulnerability, if you're a male, that feminine power within you through vulnerability. However, you're coming into such strength and power on your own with the divine. Coming into your own with the divine, because this purple does represent that divine power of the crown chakra. You're receiving that guidance and following it, and that moving you into a place of value. This Scorpio is about you totally redefining what it is, what it means to you to be successful and valued. It's about you totally redefining that, the divine redefining that for you, and showing you that you are worthy of so much more and worth so much more standing in that truth and that vulnerability and not leaning on whatever it was that you were leaning on as a crutch before, okay? In that smaller world sense, right? You know what I'm talking about, Scorpio. Yeah, it's time to let that old you go and that old life go. It's an illusion that you, when you do that, that you need that old life, that old way. That's the illusion, okay? The illusion is that you won't know what to do, where to go. But in this transition, in this transformation, in this total release of the old, you're being provided for. That's the truth. That's the reality. You're being provided for, and you're going to see that in a million ways this month in August, okay? Scorpio? Now, so do not let your worries eat away at that divine knowing. The apples here are that divine knowing, and the mice are representing those worries, because there is so much change with the 5. There is so much change happening this month for you, Scorpio. So much change. I mean, like I said, it's that new apartment, new life vibe for you in whatever way that resonates. But do not let those worries eat away at what you know to be true in your guidance and at what is important to you. Okay, don't let them steal what you're being given. What you're being given is that sense of true value within yourself that is not provided by anyone else, but that is provided by the divine. But in a very real way, as signified by this coin. It's not just ethereal or, just only on a spirit level. It's very real. Okay, so trust that. Go with that this month, Scorpio. That's beautiful. Next is you, Sagittarius. It is your time. Sagittarius, messages for Sagittarius from Spirit. What Spirit would like you to know for your greatest good and highest purpose. Thank you. For Sagittarius, thank you. Okay, so there is, or has been some heartache. Let's feel into this 3 of Swords. What is this 3 of Swords, please, Spirit? 3 of Swords for Sagittarius. Thank you. Queen of Cups. Okay. So Spirit here is saying, yes, your heart has been broken. Yes, it's been pierced. Yes, it feels like, it's been stormy. And it feels like it's just been like that for so long. And you're like, this is just intense. You kind of feel like, wow, my heart's been hurting like this for so long that I don't even know how long. And it's because you've been numb to this pain on some level. A lot of this is old. I mean, most of this is old pain that needs to be healed. Deep heartache that may not even just be yours, but also the pain of other ancestors and spirit ancestors. This is big pain, that you're now healing in this journey. However, the beautiful gift of it is that now, you have been numb to this for quite some time on many levels, but now that you're really feeling it, Sagittarius, the key is, it's going to be quick. You're going to be, not quick, like, quick is relatively quick, because, this is pain you've had for a long, long time. But as you're really deeply feeling it, you will not need to be deeply feeling it for a long, 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 long time, proportionately. I know any amount of time of feeling deep pain is too much, right? It feels like too much. But it's moving you into this new depth as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups has the capacity to love herself deeply and to love others deeply. You could not have this before because your heart had been pierced and had been numbed because of the pain. So through feeling it and through the awareness, you're being moved into being able to give love so much more deeply and freely, both to yourself and others. So that's the beautiful silver lining on those storm clouds, okay? So have compassion for yourself in feeling and healing this deep heart pain, and know that you are are being supported in that, and just know that it's leading you to this place where you can receive and give love more deeply. Okay, Sagittarius, that was heavy. Ooh, nice. Well, here we go. Queen and King of Cups. Yeah. Like we said, give and receive love more deeply. Because that is definitely a partnership. So feeling this and healing this is what is allowing you to move into a truly deep and meaningful soul and heart connected partnership. And this is for August, so I am getting this coming in for you this month, okay? Beautiful. That's very nice for Sagittarius. That must be why I got a little excitement for Sagittarius before I started pulling the cards, and then I was confused by that first card, but makes sense. The pain will be well worth it. Yeah, because the pain is over. The pain is over, Sagittarius. It's time for this union. It's time for this union. You know, because it's led you, this union has led you through the healing you needed to do to end the pain on behalf of you and all of those others. So beautiful, beautiful. You know, past lives, karma, all of that. That is really, really cool. The King of Cups coming out right after the Queen of Cups is so big, Sagittarius. That is a really significant relationship. Okay? And it's shifting your whole perception. It's going to shift this month your whole perception of what a relationship is. Because this was your old, your old perception of what a relationship was had a lot to do with this pain or avoiding this pain, right? Okay? But that's over. So now you get to move into this soul and heart connected and capable and deep and giving and receiving relationship. How beautiful, how flowing and lovely. This is definitely union for Sagittarius. I mean, union within and union without through that heart healing. Beautiful. In August. Okay? For Sagittarius, thank you. Yeah, in real life, Archangel Michael is here to help you root this union down into your real life, because you may be asking, many Sagittarius may be asking, watching this, is this just, is this merely on, or, only on the spirit level, this union? Whoop. See, it's like Sagittarius is fumbling around with it, not sure you can trust that in the physical. Is this real? Is what Sagittarius is saying. Is this real? Is this, really for me this month? Yes? Yeah. Because Archangel Michael is here rooting it down in your real life. This is real life, is what that card is saying. This is really happening. You have been, doing your work, doing the work in your heart to allow that to come in your physical, and it is, with divine assistance, okay? With divine orchestration, with divine healing, in divine timing. It's divine. Sagittarius. Wow, this card has been coming up for almost everybody. This card about transformation, about total release. Death is an illusion. And this card does, when it comes out, they give me the message of just total releasing of the past. That Three of Swords, that pain is no more. You got the World card. It's over. So it's going to be very important, Sagittarius, for you to really release it, and to know that, it's an illusion if you see, okay, like, if you're in this King and Queen of Cups bond, and you start seeing the ghosts of the past, and you start going, oh no, what if this pain comes back? What if this comes back in this relationship? That is an illusion. Don't believe it, because you have totally released that. You have totally healed that. There's no reason for that to come back into your reality. So align with that, please. And that will be greatest good. That will be wonderful when you align with that, okay? This is for Sagittarius. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. Definitely not too good to be true. Your wishes are coming true. Everything is going to change this month with regard to what you're able to experience with love, specifically. With love and partnership. Your wishes are coming true. In real life. Nice. Okay, that's beautiful. So next is Capricorn. 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 All right. Feeling a little giggly with Capricorn. What's that about? Messages from Spirit for Capricorn's greatest good and highest purpose. Thank you. Five of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. The Moon. Feeling a little giggly because I'm trying to lighten the mood for Capricorn. Is it working? Is it working? I hope so. Let's get up there. Let's get our vibration up, okay? So, all right, Capricorn. Let's loosen up. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to loosen you up. Because Capricorn, you are... Oh. All right. Okay. Clinging. You know, you're clinging. You're clinging to what you know. Because it looks like moving into everything that is on the other side of what you know, okay? The abundance, the power, the confidence, the gifts. It looks like moving into that, and I'm just talking from your perception right now. It looks like from your perception that it's going to be a struggle, that it's going to be hard, that it's going to be more trouble than it's worth, is what you're saying. And your fears are being illuminated this month about your your fear that this might not happen because of the struggle, because of the effort, okay, required. But the effort required is not that big a deal. The wands are, this is not a big deal. Five of Wands is not even a real fight, okay? It's just, it does take some effort, some focus, okay? So therefore you're clinging to what you know. In August. Okay, so let's just ask for one more card for Capricorn. I am feeling a frustrated energy. Okay. Alright. So one more card for Capricorn. Thank you. Okay. Beautiful. So let's take a breath. Let's loosen up this frustrated energy. It's a lot of pentacles, it's a lot of earth. Okay. So let's bring in some water and just allow that to loosen up. This Knight of Cups is the bringing in of love, the bringing in of a promise of, you know, that you know, I'm really seeing this here. It's like water when you're thirsty. Water when you're thirsty. Here, it's just so much, yeah, feeling thirsty. Drinking from the cup. Okay. I do want to ask for clarification for this Knight of Cups. Thank you for Capricorn. Thank you. This Knight of Cups for Capricorn for August. It's you deciding, are you going to receive it? Or are you going to receive this cup of love? It's only a cup. It's not the river, okay? So, like, is that enough for you? You know, is it enough? You know, this is the question Spirit's saying. Is it enough for you? Because here, you know, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Whoops. See, fumbling and strife and struggling. You have the Nine of Pentacles. But instead of the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine Pentacles, you're sort of saying, I'll just stick with 4. So it's almost like you're wanting less. You're wanting less because maybe it's not enough. You're wanting less because maybe you feel like the payoff is not big enough. Okay, I really don't understand what that means, but this is the first time, it's one of the few things where the message really does not compute for me. But whatever came out of my mouth, if it makes sense for you, Capricorn, I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please leave it. But let's just do something real quickly because that was very sticky energy. Let's take a deep breath and just release that energy. And now let's just see. Let's be open, Capricorn, to what other message Spirit would like you to know for August. Clear guidance for Capricorn for August. Thank you. Sigh of relief. The Empress. Okay? The Empress doesn't struggle. The Empress doesn't cling. The Empress doesn't say it's not enough or it is enough or is it enough? I don't know. Is it going to be worth it? Is it not? Now it comes clear. Thank you, Spirit. This is one of those moments I gotta take a minute because that's big. The Empress doesn't ask any of those questions because, why? Because she has everything she needs. She knows everything she needs is being brought to her. Why? Because she's a divine vessel. She's pregnant with the energy of the divine. It's being created through her. Something's being created through her, and she knows it. So that is that, Capricorn. You have to know it. And I don't know how to tell you to know. Okay, Capricorn, all I can tell you is Spirit is speaking to you really, really strongly. That was intense. For some reason, the video just cut off without explanation. So what I was just saying was, I don't know how to tell you to know it. And there's no way to tell Capricorn how to, how to know it. You have to, or don't have to. You're being guided. The guidance was to be the Empress, to know that you're the Empress, and to receive as the Empress. Okay? That, Capricorn, was one of the most profound messages I've received in a while. Like that. I mean, they're all so profound, but the way Spirit did that for you just now, I hope it struck you like it did me in some way, okay? Capricorn. So for you, one of the keys in August is going to be in connection with your soul community. Very clear. In the physical. Now, also, this does mean connecting with your spirit guides, yes, because you see the ones in white, and then you see the one in red, very much in the physical. So you're going to be interacting, connecting with, and being uplifted by those you connect with in the physical to resonate with you on a soul level, and also by your spirit guides, okay? In August. And that's going to help you receive as the Empress, because they're all looking like the Empress, right? And you are connecting with them. Whether you're a male or female does not matter. That receiving energy. Everyone just about has been getting this. Time to let go of the old. Time to let go of the old and let it die. All that struggle, all that strife, all of that, is it worth it, is it not? I know it's very Capricornian to focus on the, worth and the physical value and stuff like that, but it really is important for you to move into this. She is ease, she is receiving. She just sits back and receives and does nothing. I'm sorry, I know that message is maddening for you, but she does nothing except receive and be aligned and be grateful. Oh, grateful. Oh, you do have the dog. There's a nice Nice soft message. The dog is loyalty. Also fun. He wants to play. He wants to go. He wants to do fun stuff with everybody. So in August, like connecting, playing, having fun. Connecting with your inner child. You're the puppy. Your inner puppy. Okay? And this is loyalty. You have much more loyalty and love surrounding you than you might recognize, Capricorn, because you got that Five of Wands. You think everything's a struggle. You are very supported and loved. Okay? Look at this pair. Okay? Very loved and just receiving. I hope this reading helps shift you into that energy, Capricorn. It's really beautiful, and there's so much waiting for you on the other side of that. You know, there's that Nine of Pentacles. There's all that wealth is what I'm getting. Abundance and power through the divine. Okay. Now, let's see what's coming out for Aquarius. Question mark? Aquarius, why do you have a question mark? Why are you questioning? Questioning. Okay. Questioning's fine. There's power in questioning, right? Aquarius. Is it really over, you ask? Yes, it is, Spirit says. That old cycle, that old painful cycle, that old burdensome cycle, that old played out cycle is definitely over. This cannot be more clear. The new beginning has come into your physical world. This is a huge gift from the divine, big old gift from the divine for you, Aquarius, to mark this ending and this new beginning, to let you know clearly so you don't wonder. There you go. I got it now. So Spirit hears you questioning, going, is it really over? Is it really? And then shows you yes in August. It really is. And you can tell because this new marked difference in your physical life is here. This could be relationship, place you live, job, any physical circumstance that just shows you, yeah, that old is over. This is your new life. You're here. You've arrived is what I'm getting for you, Aquarius, okay? For August. Yep, you've arrived. You have moved away from the old. You have moved away from the painful. You have been moved away from the sadness. Beautiful. This Eight of Cups is great. It's moving away from the sadness. The old sad cycle is over. The bright new beginning is here in the physical, in your real life, okay? Beautiful, Aquarius. Okay. Yeah. You are powerfully manifesting this new life right now. So I am getting the message for you. It's going to be very important for you to focus on this new life you do want, not this old pain you don't want, okay? Aquarius, it's going to be real important. You got a questioning energy. It's important for you to move into certainty that this is what you want. The divine's already showing you that it's here. It's important for you to align with that so you can bring in more of it, so you can attract the other pieces of this new life. Okay, that's going to be critical this month, and that goes with that opening message we all had. You'll watch that. Stay in alignment, Aquarius. Stay in alignment with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your soul. Do not backpedal, and do not allow yourself to move into that questioning space where you're not sure. You know, you need to be sure in the divine, sure in yourself, sure in this new life that you're being shown, Aquarius. Despite any friction that you may be experiencing from others, any friction you may be experiencing as you make this transition from the old to the new, any friction you may be experiencing as you move away from the sadness. As you move away from sadness, Aquarius, others who are still in that sadness and that old life, old way of being, are maybe hostile, maybe bitter. But it's important for you not to take that on. With that Eight of Cups, do not take that on. For you, Aquarius, there is an element of possibly addiction, toxic patterns in this spread. So keep moving away from that. Keep moving toward your star, your soul direction, okay? Where the divine is leading you. Almost everybody got this message. It's time for you to fully detach from and allow the old to be released. The old life must be released, and the old pain must be released. Do not manifest and carry new versions of that into your future. Do not do that. Because the more you focus on what you do not want anymore, the more you're perpetuating it in your current reality. Okay, you don't want to do that. So focus on what you do want. Okay, don't be afraid. If you have a bad thought here or there, or a sad thought here or there, or you're, find yourself thinking negatively, don't be afraid. It's not like, you didn't just blow it. It's okay. But just gently redirect. Say, okay, mind, I understand you had that negative conditioning for a long time. It's time now for us to refocus, and do it first thing in the morning. That's really important. First thing in the morning before any thoughts come in. Speak the truth you want to see in your life, okay? Because right now, everything feels turned upside down. You are being a bit turned around by these energies, okay? A bit turned around by other people and what they have to say and what they are showing you. The key to your power in these situations is to envision each person, no matter what they're doing, no matter if they're hostile or, what their energy is. Imagine each of them is giving you a note, a message about yourself that is true. A message about a part of yourself that is truly there, that needs to be seen and healed and released. And when you do that, the power is yours. And each message, each person gives you, leads you to the center where you want to be. But it is important that you look at each interaction and see that, past and present, so that you can move into your wishes coming true, your new life, which the divine is showing you this month with that Ace of Pentacles is real, okay? You're being shown it's real. So believe it, okay? Believe it. Okay. And finally, lovely Pisces. Lovely Pisces, you're one of my favorites. Okay. All are my favorites, right? But you're one of my favorites, for sure. I'm a Libra, can you tell? Pisces. Okay. Trying to make you laugh. What's that about? Let's see. For Pisces. Woo. Trying to make you laugh because the divine is trying to move you away from the sadness. The divine is trying to move you away from the unfulfillment. This is a very common card in these readings this month. Many signs got this, including Libra. It's time for you to be moved away and to walk away from some painful and unfulfilling patterns, okay? Time for you to walk away. Definitely time for you to walk away from any confrontations or struggles or any lower energies. This is really about those who are vibrating at a lower frequency, a more negative energy than the one you want to be in now. So you're up there and you're fighting off the lower energies. So it's time to walk away from those lower energies. Do not engage. Disengage and move away is what's loving for you to do for you. Move toward this, the finish line, the Four of Wands. This is harmony and home and love and beauty. Yes. So this is what you're moving toward. When you move away from the lower energies and the sadness, you're moving toward this. Okay, so whatever that feels like to you, just move toward that feeling. Whatever is making you happy, whatever is making you feel happy, move toward that. We need to feel into this Page of Swords. Whenever I get the Page of Swords, I need to ask into what that is. Specifically for Pisces, what is this Page of Swords? Thank you. Page of Swords for Pisces, thank you. It's a concern about what others may think as you're moving into these broader horizons, because you're moving forward. You're moving away from a lot of very toxic and difficult and heavy energies and patterns. And as you do that, of course, those energies and patterns are connected to other people, past and present. This could be, even someone who's not even on the planet anymore, but the energy of that legacy of that toxic pattern and pain. It feels like they're watching you. It feels like they're judging you. It feels like they're saying, hey, where are you going? You're expanding. You're going into this new life. Who are you to do that? Well, you are a divine being. And so it's important. See, they're waving off in the distance. Come on, Pisces. You can do it. Move away from all this difficulty. You can do it. Focus on them rather than on this figure, this Page of Swords who's watching and judging. Focus on them. Okay? Beautiful. Move toward what makes you feel good, what makes you feel supported. Very, very important this month in August for you, Pisces, okay? Okay, for Pisces, thank you. Okay, this is the plan, If you're feeling like we just said, well, who am I to do this? And, I'm changing so much, what it may seem, because you have those others kind of, weighing in. It may seem like, oh, this is crazy, to move in this new direction. But no, it's your plan with the divine. You and the divine have already planned this out. So you're just carrying it out. You're carrying it out. You're carrying out the plan. Doesn't matter how it looks to anyone else, okay? And just look to the divine. Almost every single sign got this message. It's time to release the old. Death always talks about releasing the old. It is time, once and for all, to move away from what's painful. It is time to allow yourself to move into your joy, your harmony. Yes, you are entitled. Yes, you are worthy, divinely. So it's time, okay? This deck for Pisces. Fully release the old. Any obstacles, you are being and will be divinely lifted over them. Anything, even if it seems like a mountain of an obstacle, as you move away from that painful past, that old difficulty, that old pattern. You may look and say, I can't get over that mountain. Remember, you're not doing it. You're not doing it alone. You have the support. You have the help. And you are being lifted up and flown over those obstacles miraculously. So align with that. Have faith in that. Okay? Beautiful. I am guided to pull just one more card for you, Pisces. Ooh, and it is definitely journey. You are crossing over. You're crossing over into this new time. Yes, it feels perilous. Yes, it feels, like we said, risky, like, oh, this is crazy. But you are going somewhere amazing. Keep following the light. Keep following the light. Keep holding your own light. Do not carry any heavy baggage with you. Do not carry any heavy energies of others with you. Just follow that light. And keep moving, because you will soon be on the other side of that bridge, okay? Beautiful. That's gorgeous for August for Pisces. I hope you'll let me know how it resonates, and we'll connect again soon. Bye.